Okay, picture this. The holiday table is set, everything looks perfect, the food is ready, but a storm is brewing. We've all been there, right? It's that dreaded dinner standoff. Today, we're going to talk about a much, much better way to handle it, a way to find peace through collaboration.
All right, so let's dive right in and set the scene. You've planned, you've cooked, you've gathered everyone for what you're hoping, just hoping, will be a wonderful holiday meal. But there's this one very common challenge that can make it all feel like it's about to fall apart.
And there it is, the moment so many parents dread, a child who flat out refuses to come to the table. Suddenly, all the pressure, all the high expectations of the holidays, they just collide with a child's big feelings. And man, it can feel like the whole thing is about to unravel. And this is what's going on inside your head, isn't it? It's that feeling of total exhaustion. You're just pleading with the universe for one peaceful moment, but instead you're stuck in a power struggle. It's the huge gap between the holiday you imagined and the reality you're actually living. So before we label this behavior as defiant, it's so important to stop and look at the context. For a kid, the holidays can be a massive disruption. Their routine is gone, there are new people, new noises, different smells, it's a lot. What looks like a deliberate choice to be difficult is often just a kid who is completely overwhelmed. And that brings us to maybe the single most important part of this whole thing, a huge mindset shift. When you move from seeing a problem child to seeing a child having a problem, it changes absolutely everything. You know, our gut reaction, our default mode, is often what you see on the left. My child is being defiant. But the new view, the one we're aiming for here, totally reframes it. The behavior isn't the problem, it's a signal. It's your child's way of communicating that they're struggling and just don't have the skills to handle this specific moment. This all comes from a really powerful idea, a core philosophy from the Think Kids program at Mass General. Kids do well if they can. It just flips the whole script. It assumes that if your child could meet your expectation of sitting calmly, they would. Their behavior isn't saying I won't, it's screaming I can't. And this ties in perfectly with another core belief. Your child is good inside. Even when they are melting down or digging in their heels, they aren't a bad kid. They're a good kid who's having a really hard time. And when you remember that, it helps you show up with compassion instead of anger. So, if kids do well, if they can, what's getting in the way? Well, it's lagging skills. For our dinner table standoff, the lagging skill might be flexibility, the ability to switch from playing to a structured meal. Or maybe it's frustration tolerance. Waiting for everyone to be served is tough. Or it could be emotional regulation in a loud, busy room. See, the problem isn't the dinner, it's a missing skill. Okay, so now that we've got this new mindset locked in, we can actually introduce a practical tool. Let's walk through a super simple 3-step plan for solving problems with your child, not for them. This is the roadmap. It's the framework for what's often called Plan B in collaborative problem solving. It's a proven method that turns what feels like a battle into a moment of collaboration. Super simple. Empathy, define the concern, and the invitation. Let's break them down. Step 1 is all about connection. Before you can solve anything, you have to understand what's really going on. So you lead with empathy. And notice, this isn't about agreeing with the behavior. It's about validating the feeling behind it. Just saying, hey, I see this is hard for you, can calm their nervous system right down and show them you're on their team. Okay, once they feel heard, it's your turn. This is where you calmly state your concern. And the key here is to use an I statement. It's not, you are ruining dinner, it's, my concern is. This puts both of your needs on the table as equally important parts of the problem that you need to solve together. And finally, the invitation. This is where the magic really happens. You make them your partner in this. A phrase like, I wonder if there's a way, is this beautiful open-ended question that invites them to brainstorm with you. It gives them power and shows them that their ideas matter. All right, let's put this all together. We're going right back to that empty chair at the holiday dinner table, and we're going to apply this 3-step plan to that exact stressful moment. You see what happens? The whole dynamic just flips. You're not demanding, you're not threatening, you're not counting to 3, you're not trying to win. You are just opening a conversation with one goal. Find a solution that works for everybody. And sometimes the solution comes from realizing there's an unmet need. As the ebook Meltdown Management points out, a lot of challenging behavior is actually rooted in sensory stuff. So maybe the problem isn't the act of sitting, it's the overwhelming experience of a loud, crowded table. So when you invite your child to brainstorm, you might get solutions you never, ever would have thought of on your own. Maybe they suggest a sensory tool, like a little foot massager, or maybe it's noise canceling headphones, or a deal to sit for just 10 minutes and then take a break. These are real, creative, and totally workable solutions that meet both of your needs. Now, this whole approach is so much bigger than just surviving one holiday meal. It's a true investment. Every single time you use this process, you are building critical life skills and making your relationship stronger for the long haul. And this isn't just a nice idea, you know? There's a ton of research that shows this style of parenting, it's known as authoritative parenting, has huge benefits. It's that sweet spot of warmth and support combined with clear boundaries and open conversation. And just look at the outcomes: higher self esteem, better self regulation, even academic achievement. It's powerful stuff. I love thinking about it this way. Every time you collaborate on a problem, it's like a workout for their brain. You're literally building their problem solving muscles. You're teaching them negotiation, empathy, flexibility, and compromise. These aren't skills they're just born with. They're skills you have to build together, one problem at a time. And this helps us let go of that impossible idea of perfection. The real goal isn't a child who never struggles. It's a resilient child who, when they face a challenge, knows how to find a way through it and knows that you'll be right there to help them figure it out. And look, this isn't just for holiday dinners. This works for homework struggles, bedtime battles, sibling fights, you name it. By turning these everyday challenges into chances to connect, you're not just solving the problem in front of you, you are building a stronger, more trusting relationship that's going to last a lifetime.